tape from Saturday, man?
A lot of good, a lot of mistakes though as well. Just we have to lock in more consistently and just be more consistent in attacking those details.
How much can you build on the good that you saw Saturday defensively?
Like I said, there's a lot of good. We just have to be more consistent with, producing that good stuff.
What do you learn about yourselves after a game like that?
We just learn that as far as, like we're a young group, and we just have to continue to grow every single week, and just seeing those little mistakes really help, and just to help us not repeat those in future games.
What the little screen games, little quick passes got you guys? I think I was ETN busted a couple of those. How do you improve on that, and what was the breakdown on those plays?
It's all just about angles. I overran one in the game and just have to attack the near hip. It's just little stuff like that kind of got us as a team overall, and we're just going to lock into those and get it fixed for this next week.
When you're playing so well in the offense and kind of holding up their end of the bargain, how do you guys? What's the sideline like at that point, Anthony?
When it comes down to it, it's a team effort. As a defense, we can only control what we can control, and we have to be more consistent regardless of whether the offense is scoring or not, or moving the ball. We just have to lock in and continue to stop the opposing offense.
Do you feel like if y'all have defensive performances like that going out, how do you think the season will go?
If it's just like that, if there's no improvement, it's not going to be good. But we're going to continue to improve, and if we can continuously improve every single week, it'll be good.
I think the longest pass play they had was 30 yards, and again, I think it came on a little screen. It wasn't even a deep ball down the field. What's that say about your secondary, man? I mean, Miles Jones turning around, batting down balls. They've really taken a step in that regard, haven't they?
Those guys, I've seen them step up ever. After last year, there was a lot of criticism towards those guys, and I've just really seen them, take that and have a chip on their shoulder, and they've attacked it every day and have improved, leaps and bounds since then.
What kind of example has Ronnie Elam been to a lot of those guys that if you keep fighting, you get your shot?
He's a prime example of that. That's a guy who I've seen really grind it out and really work hard for this opportunity, and I'm really glad that he's taking advantage of it.
How important is practice this week to get back out there, kind of right some of the wrongs, and hopefully get back out in the field?
It's pivotal, just like every other week. We just have to attack those little things in practice, like you said, get all the stuff that we messed up on corrected, and just continue to build on the good.
How do you get up for Lamar after a game like that?
We treat Lamar just like we did last week. Every game's a big game, and as long as we stick to the game plan and are consistently attacking that game plan, we'll be just fine.
How important is it to fix some of those mistakes against Lamar and play well before you head into SEC play after that?
It's very important, just to be able to fix those mistakes, and just like you said, this game will bring us a lot of confidence, but we're approaching it just like any other game.
From that standpoint, though, when you look at the big picture, with your schedule, you have plenty of opportunities to get back on track and fulfill all your goals. Is that the way you're looking at it?
Yes. We're gonna take it a step by step, and just really attack this, starting with this practice today, and just be able to correct those mistakes and really lock into this game plan.
I guess the question, though, is one loss isn't fatal for you guys. Is that kind of the mindset? I mean, you can overcome it.
I mean, it's not fatal, but winning is always the goal. And as long as we live up to our standard and are consistent, winning should be the outcome.
Now, how tough was Coach Elko grading y'all after Texas State? I mean, did they grade you like you're playing Clemson? And how well can you fix some problems against a team like Lamar when you're supposed to play them?
For sure, that all goes back to just us having our standard. The opponent really doesn't matter, and the coaches they mirror that standard. They grade us just the same against Texas State as they would Clemson against Lamar. It doesn't matter.
You had a lot of guys go out on the defensive line, come back in. Is there any growing pains with getting the chemistry back in the middle of a game like that when you have kind of a constant stream of guys going to the sidelines?
Just going through practice, we constantly have those guys are taking the same reps, going against the same looks. So, I mean, the chemistry's there. We're a team. We've been grinding since fall camp, but it was kind of weird. Some certain guys couldn't get a rhythm, but we're going to definitely just continue to improve.
Does it take a mental toll at all when you're seeing just like, oh my gosh, here's another guy going out, here's another guy going out?
Honestly, it's we're so locked into the game that we don't notice. Whoever's out there has just got to give it their all and just, live up to our standard.
Did that have more to do with the heat or more to do with their physicality with all the guys going down?
Honestly, don't even know the details of the guys going down, so I couldn't tell you.
What does it say about your run defense that you were able to keep ETN under wraps again this year?
Defensively, one of our focuses has been to continue to be a great run defense team, and we just got to continue to live up to that standard. It was cool to hold him to that many yards, but the ultimate goal is to win. Sure. So we just look to do that this week.
How much of that drive right before half, and I think they went down 90 yards and stuck it in the end zone right before half, how much did that kind of eat at you guys, and what's the lesson learned there not to a big momentum shift into halftime, Anthony?
Just to lock into the little things, to not let anything slip away, and we just can't let them get in the end zone regardless of the circumstance, and we're gonna make sure that doesn't happen.
Is discipline going to be an emphasis this week? You guys had quite a few personal foul calls.
For sure, just like every week, just to avoid all the mental errors and just to stay locked in and to not do anything to hurt the team. That's always a focus for us.
How pleased have you been just through 2 games coming back after the injury?
It's definitely been nice to be out there back on the field, competing with my brothers at a high level. So I'm definitely happy, being back out there with my brothers.
Are you pleased with your production so far?
I've been playing pretty good. There's some stuff I can improve on, a lot that we can improve on as a team. So I'm just going to continue to keep working.
You hold an offense like that to 24.
Excuse me?
You hold an offense like Clemson's caliber to 24 points. What confidence does that give you guys? I mean, I know you said you made mistakes, but overall, man, you guys played some pretty damn good defense.
For sure. Just like I said, it's at the end of the day, it's still a team thing. And, with us not getting the win, we can't be happy with something like that. And so,
how much hunger does the loss make you guys to kind of get back on the winning streak, especially with Auburn, Georgia, LSU, Bama, all these teams still on schedule?
We're just approaching this next game against Lamar. We're approaching it just like we did week 1 and week 2. We have to live up to our standard, lock into the little details within the game plan, so we'll be successful.
What kind of teammate's Buddy Johnson? What's he been like?
A great teammate. Ever since we came in together, so we have that chemistry. We got that brother bond. So just being able to be out there with him, he's a great teammate.
What kind of makes him tick out there?
Just makes him tick.
Yeah. What kind of makes him go? What can you tell us about him maybe that we don't know?
He's a funny guy for sure. A lot of people think he's quiet, but he's actually hilarious. He's
He's pretty comfortable in this setting too.
Really funny dude for sure. Yeah.
Buddy told us he wouldn't hit Bobby Brown from the fullback. I guess you're the other linebacker. Would you want to take on Bobby in that
I
situation?
definitely would second what Buddy said. I would not want to meet that guy head up.
When you say Buddy's funny, what's an example that comes to mind?
Honestly, he's just a clown, just the way he carries himself sometimes in the locker room. He's just a funny, brings that good positive energy. He's just a funny dude.
A clown in a good way.
Yes.
He's a man in the middle in there. Is he growing from the leadership standpoint?
Oh yeah, he's definitely grown. He's done a really good job. Stepping in as a leader and just making sure that we're all on our stuff. And I've just tried to be right there with him.
How much have you guys learned from the guys, especially OT in that regard?
Learned a lot. Tyrell was more of a vocal guy. I learned a lot from him. And OT was more of a guy who led by example. So we've really just learned 2 different leadership styles with both those guys and tried to implement it into our own.
Can y'all get more pressure on the quarterback? I know you had it. Lawrence wrapped up a couple times, kind of spun out. Get more pressure. What do you think? How do you think the edge rushers can do better?
Just little details. Just locking into the details. Just as a defense, we just got to continue to lock into those details, and the end point will come as long as we keep coming.
Overall, though, the D-line holding up pretty good in front of you guys, aren't they?
Yes.
What can you say about their play?
Really glad I have the guys up there that we do have. They're awesome for us to keep us clean. So it's really a big deal for us linebackers.
All good. Perfect.